So last week we learned about surface tension. And surface tension is kind of like skin that sits on top of water and it helps hold water together. And that allows for things that are light and flat to be able to sit on top of water, like water bugs and our tape. But what if you add soap to the mix? We're about to find out. So pepper is also light and flat, and it will just sit on top of the water. It will just sit on top of that skin instead of breaking through. You need something heavier or with a little bit more force to break through that skin. See, now that broke through the skin. And that also shows you that nothing happened when I just put in the Q-tip itself. But now let's try it with soap. Let's get a bunch of soap all over there. Now, let's watch what happens. Whoa, did you know that was going to happen? So we've learned about water's love-hate relationship in our giant bubbles experiment. So as one side of soap loves water and will pull it in, the other side of soap hates water and it'll push it away. And it'll push it away enough to break that bond that water has. So the water won't stick to itself anymore. And you break that bond and you break that surface tension, you break that skin. So some of the pepper floated into the water, some of it stayed on top. And that allowed you to see water's reaction once you added the soap. But let's see another example of how soap breaks that surface tension. So we have one glass of just plain water, and then we have another glass of water that we'll add soap into. Be our soap water. And you also want two identical balls of paper. The more similar the balls are, the better and more accurate your experiment will be. So we'll place one ball into the water and one ball into the soap water. And do you think they'll float or sink? And which one? Only one way to find out. So, the one in the soap water will actually soak up some water, get heavier, and sink, while the one in just the water will stay afloat. See, the water has that surface tension, that skin that we talked about, and it doesn't let things in very easily. But soap, our surfactant, it breaks that surface tension. So it allows that ball of paper to break that skin and slowly sink into the soap water. So you can try this with different liquids found around the house. You can see if the balls float or sink. Now, water has a very high surface tension, and soap is a great surfactant. But see what the other liquids, how they react. And even try combining the liquids and see if they react differently. Let me know in the comments below what you tried and how it worked. And this is why soap and water are such a great pair for cleaning. Soap helps break that water from being so attracted to itself. And it helps break that barrier between oil and water. Do you remember our homemade lava lamp experiment? It worked because the oil and the water did not mix. But soap allows the water and oil to mix so that the water can clean off the oil. So every week we are learning something new. But every day God is doing something new just for you. But very often we are too scared to try something new. And we let our fears keep us from doing something great. Like climbing to the top of a mountain. Yes, it's very scary, but the views are so worth the dangerous hike. Or think of a trapeze artist. She has to let go of her safety, let go of her swing as she flies through the air, and she has to trust that the other trapeze is going to catch her. And as scary as it is, she will never move forward without conquering her fears and just letting go. Courage doesn't mean that you're never afraid or never scared. It means that you don't let the fears stop you. So go out there and face those fears and do something great and awesome. And I will see you next Tuesday. Wait, guys, don't forget, if you like what I do, like, subscribe, share, and let me know what you guys want to see in the future. And don't forget, if you're praying for something, let me know so that I can be praying along with you. And until next time, bye.